Hi, this is Lisa Guthrie. I'm at 10507 at Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 8133. The guy in the dark outfit, he is the ugly white guy. Thinks he can impregnate women by putting semen in their water, and he likes to talk about ejaculating on people's if they're in. He has house-breaking tools. So, look up your butcher knives at that point. He's smart, because obviously if he thinks he can impregnate, he's not.
House. Chicken fries with lemonade. Yeah, it is brunch time. If you want food, please bring your plate down and come get some.
Even if I needed it, because I lock up everything, I would have had to be ready. The apartment has been entered from day one, and filth and toxins have been placed in the water, food, and also around the apartment, sprinkling everything with glass to cause to my face, even my arms, and I'm sprinkled in public. Both of those creepy males and the ugly creepy female. There was your rainbow. There was a commercial about rainbows, flesh rainbow, all colors of the U.S. being bad. Nobody makes it on the ark. Brought to you by... No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so someone who noticed and almost got killed for it. And that's the truth. So, that ugly thing and the other things, they're in on rape, murder, conspiracies against the government, including in a network of people that postulate, including fake and real professionals, false and real professionals, including some police or postmen, garbage, but mostly a lot of bums or just people that, even if they have a degree professional, they're obviously practicing illegally or out of scope. So what you'll find here most, usually it's the people who work here, which are basically propped up, druggies and drunks. And then you've got a psychiatrist that comes in. You've got a couple cops, and then there were possibly 3 from the sheriff's department last night, or at least 1 from the sheriff's department. And you notice I'm still here. There was no badge. There's no investigation. It's not an investigation. Never has been. I'm not a criminal. Dirty cops, dirty law enforcement followed me around for 13 years, harming me, committing harm, because I turned in a gang 13 years ago, and they probably were making meth. Okay, so it's probably 1 was sheriff's department. And so you get confused because I'm talking about people that hide in a crawl space, which has been streamcasted, and they hide in an empty janitor's room that goes around my apartment. It's not a roommate. There's not another door, so I can go see this alleged roommate. They're like, taking the story suits their, need for. What I'd like to state is go on and just keep trying to go on in spite of all the terrible adversity, and I really need people to notice the zombies out there. I need you to roll in Homeland Security. And there's a black Nazi problem, and there's a terrible problem with people that Zetas and all colors. And so those, by the way, those weren't representing people that blood. And they're retarded. And this is a low-income building, and anything that's come here to harm me in any way, including to stand in my wall, whether it's to belittle me or scare me or dump chemicals or ejaculate into the water. You're not a human zombie. You recognize the fact that that's illegal. You're not a human zombie. You need to know the difference. I was just thinking about essential oils. Some of them you don't want to wear. If you wear them too much, like I was looking at tea tree, you don't want to wear that too much. It's ironic. I use a tea tree oil shampoo. It's actually good because I go on the buses. Tea tree oil kills bugs, but it can accrue as a toxicity. Now, the gang members that are around, and there is illegal surveillance, which has been proven, including on video. The gang members like to blame the victim for whatever's happening. So they're so ignorant, they think, oh, if they spread radiation, which is one of their taunts, or Ebola, that they're going to blame it on the victim. Oh, she let that rat go in her apartment. Let's bring in a plague rat. We're so sick. Or this person for pneumonia and put phlegm in her food that has the dreadful virus. No one will notice. So I just thought I'd mention unusual deaths. 30 years of survival of the shittiest, as I call it. Gang members promoting shitty and government promoting shitty. And by the way, there's a scam and a scandal that I'm finding where gang members, especially black Nazis, seem to be getting food stamps illegally. And what do I mean by that? The food stamp ratio is based pretty much on how much you spend for rent. And also your need. So typically, if you got Social Security, and even if it's $600-700 a month because you never worked, which I worked, and by the way, I was never a prostitute. I was raped, gang raped, and people here have tried to force me into a prostitution ring, which is what they'll try to do to discredit a victim. It's part of the, and they've tried to gang rape me here, and they act like it's just normal par for the course. So anyway, and I'm not going to sit around analyzing the women who, play into that system and fawn all over these males. And there's a type of programming that occurred. I believe these are zombies. They were made into zombies a few years ago. Around. But I do believe these are zombies. Etheric body. That's what we're talking about. So moving phones. So phones in the back room. Not to display me, and you'll never see me naked unless I'm shot. Maybe then. How about that? Promise. That's the only time you're going to see me naked. Believe me, they were in the janitor's room. There's a apartment, and also me with acid. So I have to take a single bottle into the bathroom. Remember, you can access pipes. So I haven't got. Excuse me, mixing it. There's a bump talking about a BOMB. He's in the janitor's room. They constantly make threats about BOMBs, and it's big. So it could be something large. And I've seen some fairies ferries that go along the Thames. I'm wondering if it means. So, there's some ferries I've seen that we wouldn't even recognize because they, you know, England. They're calling it a boat thing. I'm wondering if it's black Nazis from Africa, or if it's black Nazis, or ISIS. Here at this building have actually connected with ISIS. So let's get the message out. There is a boat. Rich those us on batteries and them on how the different rinse it with the bathwater and water goes pinky black Nazi that smells like a rolling garbage can. And not to be vulgar, but even after going to the bathroom, now that bent up my nose. If anything, the boat thinking is linking with skyjackings. Jackings, and they're called boat thingy. Anyway, so remember to post that. That's my which it's not really protected in the suit. And I ran my hand over it. To the water or ejaculating, and the horse is saying, "I don't know how you do that," an admiring voice. I should and backflow up, get rid of the my mouth before I gag. Bum is playing. I'm going to have you do oral, and he's saying in Australia. So he used the word Australia. He's threatening. He's so he threatens favoritism. Doing. You're actually the climates in America. Why? They're zombies. They're zombies. You know that they are something. What? 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 Water to rinse myself, and water's like $1. I just buy cheap. It doesn't have the best cap. It's easy to carry. Better to carry the jugs. They're not easy. And you can, like, if you take too many bills in a month, a lot of backpack. You can also. Everything is bragging about radium. And radium, remember the illiterate people, she's a hooker that's gonorrhea or. And so, does she know what radium is or what it is that they're putting in the water? No, she's an ignorant moron. And they do those. I still don't think that's it. So, I sound ignorant. They use code, and also they themselves, something. Let's say he's done, and I'm going to make up a chemical, a fake, physically make it up. Let's say he's done dioxyphenylalanine. And phenyl seems to be in food, doesn't it? Wait. So let's say then it's poly, because you poly is many, and then there's two. So anyway, let's say you're making a dioxy. Usually, even if it is, it's going to go. What makes you have muscle cramps and weakness, and going to be saying it gives you nerve damage. It's a nerve poisons. It poisons. When you hear bad, it's like ugh. Overall, not like I have anytime class. If I should have the classics read, just so I can get it in my head again and hear better English, or whatever time. I'm broad head and signs at you. So these signs could be like gun or shooting, shining at you. Might be cursing with a peace sign. Just took head. Playing Irishman eventually. So they think the world, basically. And they're naming Irishman. So, flossing. But threatening rape also. Where they happen. They're playing glove. They might be playing condom. If they wear gloves. So, and they rely dirty corner, dirty you name it. Take something, put under the door. See if this works. Doesn't have it. Mechanism now. Won't be able to see. I've got clothes in here. That's what I'm wearing. I don't know if I have shirts I'm wearing. No, I don't have pants either. Go out. Something over here. That they'll have a money laundering scheme where I'm victimized, they get paid, and I'll start letting portray that I've paid for crime with some mafia crime boss. The horrible thing, Lisa, and they're saying double and a whole bunch of other crimes. I have to fit with your other shit. The smelly bitch. You got it? Shirts are wet. I should look a bit different because I have to put it, well, if you can't leave it out, so you got to leave your shirt in the heat one. Just as usual. Remember, first, obviously, if you're hiding out in the you might just have access to the water. And remember, I have asthma, allergies, chemical sensitivities, chronic fatigue, calling themselves warriors, all rapists and the sheer power. They're playing card Mexico. So they're trying to, they perpetrate their own death, like making an agreement to do something, coerced or forced or fraudulent. Well, it's fraudulent anyway. They're coerced into doing it because you're afraid. That's an illegal document. So let me state, any documents with anyone in the U.S. are null and void, they're fraudulent, and guess what? I'm not going to worry about affecting anybody. You say, well, what about people who had your... And bums, he just said universe, so and their premise. So 100 trillion people in their quote universe, like committed shows for that. They'll actually act like you owe. Oh, and I did actually turn on, which I don't have a good out there, and walk my excuse my language. There's illegal surveillance. I did that yesterday because I had to get something. And so, what the gang members wanted in scanning documents, murder is easily done. I could get about a pig and murder with my that medical record and what would they call it? A pig thing. And the vulva, blah blah blah. Oh, so pregnant woman, and what are the things? It's a with nails. Evicted. It's one of not paying bills. And easily merge it with yours. I taught. And attacked all your ancestries. Retroactive. Your ancestors, especially. Let's say they take an EN field with white and hazy. So we'll do the same thing on them. They collect their water, and in the U.S. involved in harming me, they take a dip with the same water. And all that hand no. I am every poison saying blah 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 butcher. So that's that black maggot. You notice that she's a whore. Documents, just like they put them for falsified documents. Emphasizes that otherwise, I think Homeland Security could come collect them as well, and NATO might come in. Anyway, the police department is here Sundays. Here, tasers. That person from Seattle Department, King County. Cops. 2 bad cops. No badges ever came under the door. Any so-called nurses allowed to practice medicine. You're allowed to practice out of your scope. So if you're a mental patient, I'm going to arrest you. Wait, there was a male a couple of weeks ago on the bus. He had a psychiatry on the badge. It's fake, but it's badge. And it's current, and you're not allowed, like his brother was a psychiatrist. You're not allowed to use that. You have to talk to people who are more. That's why everybody wants the world. playing Getting Needle. EN. So you use the same ENs on the American Zombie. They are, looks like a white shower. Oh, you like that stuff, don't you? Make your clothing out of white. And you're going to get a shower at the same time. You can actually picture cans that are zombies, helping them, taking every can, every color up their ass. And all colors. This is something I have to look at. I never have time for education. I need to have education. There's cable, so I can have cables degenerated. That's ridiculous. I'm just choosing programs off the net. So, actually, if you hear another, we do other fun things on every battlefield. I'm not kidding. You may transport us to Iraq. In my shower, out of 10,000-foot aircase, the whole building. If you can do magic, why can't you? And who are you doing this? Are you in an apartment building? Can you do that? Physically, and just float it through the air? Unless it were some sort of tree house, lights. You can stick the whole thing, stick everybody in Chernobyl without further polluting Chernobyl. Polluting, that's ridiculous. You don't want to hurt the animals. Now, there's a bump thing, something. So I'll turn this off. And so it's in their bodies. And I'm taking a sample, and it's going with me, and I'm going to splash the front door and into the fan. Remember, it's a crazy game. We're not hiding in the wall. We're not putting underwater. You spider scratches in the. She's crazy. Oh, okay. Here's $10,000 to shut up. Now, talk about city people as in the. Did they rob somebody online, or is that victim's money? Are they blackmailing someone? The policeman get $1 million. It's wrong. Sometimes endanger people's lives by having a mysterious hit, killing and pretend it's the devil. And whatever it is goes in the fan, and then a sample also just in case I get sick. So the rubbing alcohol just rinsed out. Sometimes it's a protein, but you have to understand. So it's not a clean catch. Even if I got a clean catch, well, you're dirty. Wash it with the dirty water. Dirty water's going in there. They're saying you're going to have to go on alcohol. A lot of bums are throwing your guns like you're going to be a drunk, which I'm not. You include black Nazis in the special. Can't do it to they're into Satanism, they're into terrorism. That whore Sunday threatened me with 85 vagina. Her doctor said I eat neck. My face has to be rinsed. They're breaking about double. What is double neck? Well, they put something in the water, acid, sensation, burn, like some sort of minty sensation, but the burn can kick in as much as a half later. They threatened Europe, just like with the glass, and to hold them in sort of concentration camps render them like they did with me. They're portrayed as mad, where nobody's actually hurting them on camera because they've got corrupt officials hiding. And see, they have a lot of CC. When the horse playing suck, leeches. Trillion years, U.S. And your nearest relative is a leech. You're 900 trillion years old. There were no advances. And to the of the Earth and the planets, it is only a split. None of them want any time period, any place, or any blood situation. Straight games. No one else who's messed with me. America. Nation 1. Washington State. Oh, and the core is playing. Got your uterus. We're snipped all of yourselves into, and then you get yourself on fire as paper dolls. So dirty, filthy, stinky zombies. It's not. You know, as long as you're not attacking innocent people and saying, oh, get that little girl that's not as dead. That'd be a sin. It's evil. And it's one of Lisa's favorites. We're really going after her to look so good, because everybody else will be a retarded zombie. See, the black retarded white makes them look better. Like these retarded people in this building. And black laugh. They look so smart. Especially if the whites are urine soaked, because they're too dumb or gross to bathe. They look, you're gonna look mad. I'm smart looking now. Nope, you're not. And you look like you got instruction from the devil. And Nazi shit, but crack hole. Anyway, Satan glorified. He glorified them because he knew they would destroy everyone. Put the red on. I saw it in the 90s. And it was about, you need to watch it. And think of the world that were captured. Ones were unicorns. And think of America as the Red Bull. Demystify it. U.S. Give me that drink. That's why I don't like. That seems a bit devilish. There are a lot of things out there you can't. Quite frankly, the book dragged us down 13 years ago. Exact time. More commercials, but broadcasting quite a lot. They're playing blah 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 blah. B-U-S. Remember the now. See what they've done. You make war. Take war. Like there's left. She killed us all. Oh, we made chakras. People. She killed all the people. And then you've got, I'm not kidding you. Who? Crazy zombies following you around. Claiming you. And took their children. The popular ones. Took their children. You gotta watch the children. Oh, I love children. They are child molesters. They're playing parking lot, walking, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm going to start having to get aggressive with people who insist they're going to walk with me. Trevor will have to be. They think they'll grab my yelling, help, I'm being held captive. Not a friend. This stinky stalker. And she's poor. So that you start. Let me tell you something that's going to work on people. So if someone grabs you and you're out and you're in another country, by the way, clear he's not your boyfriend. Shriek. So black Nazi grabs your hand. Ew! There's a whore playing Greek. Remember, we'll try to... And grabs you. You shriek, help! Who is this? Help! I don't know him. Help! He's a rapist. Help! He's me. He's doing this. He's doing that. And tell what he's doing. They might just run away. And say, he stinks! Help! And if he's following you, you get on the bus and say, this stinky man is... Could you call 911 on him if he comes near me on the bus? And then call the bus station and my sample, my beautiful little sample. Sample here, sample there, sample everywhere. Sample. They're playing crazy. Well, you wanted me to look crazy. Here it comes. Just a squirt at the front door. Beep, 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 beep. Up and down the door. A little on the heater, which I have to turn off because I don't want people warm while I'm not here. Oh, it's working now. It seems to be working. Have to get that nice moisture in the air. Everybody's too dry, you know. Especially, I've heard of ash. I'm helping you with that ash. Woo! Woo! Hey, this one sprays into the roof. Oh my. Sprayed into the fan well. A little more. Woo! Whatever it is. At least gotta wash something. Go on the window below me. It's like a little H. I'm sharing it with you. Share moisture. And so let's make sure there's a lot at the front door. Walk through it. It's on my feet. Isn't that nice? A little moisture everywhere. I have to mop. Remember mop? Isn't that? They're freaking out. They're using favorite cat out their tongue, shuts up, very black Nazi. Now, their wheel, and it's sort of gold, like a chunk of gold. Now, where do they get all the energy fields? I'm going to explain it to you, and you don't want to do it to me. You'll get hurt. They get it from grabbing parts of me. So what you're going to do is grab all their tissue, a human zombie, picture them as bones, and then you grab them and spray them with. You can make them out of it, their hair, even their anything, their nerves. You can make everything. With the mop. 10 diseases. I'm going to mop the door. Mopping the front door. Even, oops, I don't want to my cross. I'm going to mop the refrigerator door with it. It's going to be clean for you. Why would it be? Mop everything. So, I pretty much, even for them, I could actually, if I dared to take a bath, I could actually throw my bath water everywhere. It's my apartment. Anything that freaks them out is to... So everything's nicely washed with a mop. Well, not everything. Got a slop. They'll sit on the chairs. I'm going to slop the outside of the suitcase. Anything else I like to touch? gonna get mocked. They're playing rinse your hands, they mean in blood. They're cursing. And your grandma's blood. Who am I talking? A bit of slopping of the water. Little door action on the handle. Which, you know, I have to wash it when I come back, so it's well washed in here. Wash the floor. So remember, Lisa is crazy. No people like a badger or a wolverine. When I tell people on the E-line I'm going to jump on them and it looks aggressive, or Lisa's crazy. They're playing perishable. So, praying, and it won't protect them from the water. It's far in many ways. And I didn't even know how to protect it. It separated me so I couldn't hear my God's voice, and they like to tell me they tortured him, and then I freak out. They tell me they tortured Jesus and Mary. Then I sort of, and I get really sort of angry and I curse more. But remember, I'm not walking, oh, and they're playing curve history, Jeeves. She's playing curve. I'm surprised she didn't say carve. That's that. What do they mean by Jeeves? They stinky, smelly black Nazi gonorrhea. So gonorrhea drip loves to threaten slavery. There's a creep talking about waffle, and he's talking about it with a guided car. They're playing waffle use. And use reds and black and white. Wet pants. Isn't that nice? And share. It's all over. Literally all over them. And I should just take a, there's a computer in. The manager chops up every black Nazi manager. So they're putting curses on people. Put gold on every zombie's head. Do you make them pretty? Framework. Like a filigree. You can do it in a dull lead color. You can picture a case. The entire U.S. in lead. So it's daily. You're done. And wooden. And then you put a mirror on. One of nice. Now where are my Q-tips? Hard to find. Everything. Well, here they are. They're playing you, blah, 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 blah. Where are you? Yeah. By his ancestors that turn into leeches. And any of his favorites. Nice. Whatever you do to the human zombie, and it's good. But you don't want to consecrate people to Satan. You don't want their favorites. So, by the way, I have to specify my favorite too, because then the other way I say not our favorite. So uterine, back, but stench on the bathroom from the wall crack. It's ready. Radiation and conk everything, whatever you put in my food and water in apartments. You're made of it. I had to share. You wanted me to. Keep repeating to the U.S. zombies as you take them down. You want to do it robotically. And curse it with every curse and say you wanted me to. You can make curse dolls. Those dolls to curse them. Remember, the Bible has curse. So if you remember, you need to do it back. You can do it with the U.S. David, he's a beautiful person. curses against his enemies. Those are beautiful. A lot of head ripping, by the way. A lot of they look like wavering ants. So I'm going to have you work with a sort of a Guthrie, like the color of a lightning-filled sky, and lighter. We're going to have you work with something. He's a bum. No, he's a dirty, retarded, dirty garden, and he has no rights over it. He doesn't work here. He's practicing out of those who trespass against us. Power in the government, kick the real devil, promote it as Satan, and I'm not the devil. I mean, never promote it. I said, I have to write that down. The real God, it's not. I said, good. I have to write down what time that was, 12:15. Never promote, never promoted. Well, that actually makes sense. Promoted as Satan. Never promote the real God as Satan, which they have. Vice versa. Son of Jesus. 12:16 head. Thing like that thing. Trying to say, have the world say Nazi and every American zombie, and they would like them. Pops up every Satanist. A Satanist would be. It wouldn't be someone who's tortured and a sacrifice who didn't want to be there. They're playing new toys, so they hurt people and other gays, and it's like they've gotten a lot of their power. It's not their pain. We're mind. Oh, to take my water bottle. My shampoo, Powerball, and head crystal. Pops up there. Black Nazis. They're playing Stoma. And took head and he slammed the door. 12:18 head. He's playing blah blah blah. Don't open that door. You're not gonna tell me what the fuck to do, little shit ass. You're a shit ass, little fucking monkey ass, and you're not gonna tell me what to do. I think he's a white man, and one of us playing eating your head. I'm pure me. Retardo. Retardos shall not tell me what to do. Our Father, who art in heaven, be thy name. Thy will be done as earth as in heaven. Please forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thy kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen. Just squirted some more water. Shut up, bum. You're going to find out as I tread on you to get out the door that you're nobody. I will tread on you. Poor plain John. So, I can't open the door yet because there's too much crap in front of us. See? Put the bed, put the dresser. And you're punishing people best. Let's see. And you're out of every pus and well, hold that. Just comfort yourself with that. And then back blowout. So, by the way, if you tell me not to leave, I will mow right through you. I am the bowling ball, you are the kid. And you are nothing. They blew my back out, chops up and chops up your ancestor. Remember, these bums went with black Nazis, so they're going to be punished for it. Ovary and back blow. Oh, we've got her arm. Oh, we've got her back. Ooh. Got all this intent. They want intent. In English, chop up every black Nazi, every time period, every place, accidentally. Oh, shit, because of them. There's too much falderall, too much mess, and this always happens. The bum was just making a decree, and he caused me to spill an essential oil. This always happens because of the dirty fucking bums. In a hurry, still, and you're not going to tell me what to do. You're a fuck face, and you're going to fuck off, shit-tards. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're apes, and fuck off. You're not even human, and you're zombies. And you're going to be punished even for the spill of the essential oil. They're playing pants down. Chop black Nazis, scum, ash, every black Nazi. Zeta, blood, and Asian street gang member. Ash them all. Don't want any retards. And they're pretending, see, they like to turn it around. Somebody else is a shit-tard. Shut up. Don't address me. You're a shit-tardo. You're a shit-tardo. Do not use my name. Shit-tardo. You're all shit. Shit. Absolute shit. So they, again, what is this build? I thought it was dragon's blood. It's been prayed over. Yes, I needed it. So what I'll do is now carry it in its own little special baggie because it'll be rather overwhelming. But the shit, everything they've caused, including spillage. And they're playing eating you, and I race through everyone who has a part of me who never did as acid. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do. You're going to fuck off. You're ugly black Nazi. You're going to rule the world. You're shit tardos. You're going to fuck off. And I'm going to tell you where to go. You're retardos. You're absolute retardos. No one cares about your opinions. The world learns you're retardos, and no one will like you. Bones. You are bones. Dangerous. Now, where does this security turd come from? He comes from the, he is from the Pike place, here illegally. They're playing, blah, 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 you're going to like it. I've got a nursing home, you're going to like it. So let's point to that, convert their bodies to that white, pillowy substance. Doesn't mean we're making black people white. And let's half torso them. And believe me, they've done things to spirits that were innocent. So they're just psycho and cutting up, going after the creep who told me not to leave. Still in my apartment. I'm clear fun. They brought their torsos. You can also mix them up with their enemies that are my enemies. So let's say there's a that thing Sunday hates. So a fun thing to do, and mix them up together and just swirl through. They should get around and blow up. Just makes males more. And they're playing, I'm going to do. He says Thursday I'm going to do Europe. Chopped up black Nazis, very beautiful. And every Zeta and Asian street that targeted me. And targeted me includes if you targeted my favorites, which does not include black Nazis. In fact, nobody visible in the U.S. is a favorite. It's their family tree. And you might say, well, what if they're blonde? The first thing they would have done is to make their tree, maybe they'd pretend that that's. Now I'm going to keep praying. They're playing Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Come, they will be done. Just say so bad. Now, why would I curse them with being half tortured? Well, apparently they did to a person, an Englishman, and more. I was on the toilet and called him a screaming stump and informed me you would have liked the person we did it to. They were cute. Fat, retarded bitch takes care of her mother. Her mother looks native, and by the way, I supposedly am part native. I want nothing to do with them. The Nazis that joined with the black Nazis. I turn my back on native. Nothing. There's nothing to be proud of. And all of these so-called, they're calling themselves chocolate. They would be nothing, and they do. And others. What do I mean by others? Well, think of not everybody was the founded civilization. Think about Greeks, which have nothing to do with Sunday. There's a bomb playing blah blah laundry. I'm not doing your laundry. I will pee on it, or I'll put it in the garbage room. All of it. So, if you want the ATF to handcuff you because of laundry, that's not my problem. Perhaps the FBI can come because of laundry. Because I'm going to be filming you fuckers. And every black Nazi contact where you're making trouble, or any white or other morons that are affiliated with these shits, or anyone like you, regardless of color, you're all going to be filmed. They're playing doppelgangers and just can't chop off every black Nazi. So they've taunted me over people they've tortured for 13. One of them said you're going to have either talking about she was playing towels. Oh, she said we'll need a lot of towels. So a black Nazi got a drip is threatening to circumcise me, and she's on a drip lady, and it's not legal in the U.S. So go figure. And the dirty cops are on this shit. And you don't scare me. If I were you, maybe the bathroom at the service station or wherever. Maybe you could just go. How about if you all live in toilets? Hey, you zombie of the U.S. Curse them to live in toilets. Live on the toilet bowl and on the. But pick dirty. You don't want it. It's disgusting, but so are they. Where do you think disgust is a bad spirit? She said, after they worked so hard. Dust. Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. Like the U.S. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Glory forever. Amen. If you'd like to know that the U.S. fears, and other products, they hate garlic, of course, though they've tried to render it so vampires are okay with that. They hate blue vervain. Vampires hate that. They hate dragon's blood oil. But you need to pray to God. You don't want to pray to it's not going to do anything for you. It's one deranged lunatic spirit now, especially with the Satanists grabbing everything. So they're out there. There's a dispute about fairies anyway. A lot of them were the product of the fallen angels, but it still doesn't mean they were allowed to be grabbed by morons. So, anyone that tries to stop me from going out, I am the bowling ball, they are the pins. 50 sound, and that dirty whore basically thinks she's going to get away with me bleeding heavily from... Hi, this is Lisa Guthrie. I'm at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 9833. But remember, they thought they'd stop me from leaving physically. And Sunday, the prostitute has been threatening circumcision. She goes to Elizabeth Gregory. She goes probably to Mary's. They were kicked out. There's another one that's very dangerous, if that's the same one. And definitely Sunday probably goes to YWCA. Interestingly enough, Sandra Katowitz makes fun of people at the Y and calls them animals and other names with. So Sunday thinks she's going to walk around like after performing a forced circumcision. She and the others are not Muslim. She professes to be a Christian. She's calling herself the Immaculate Heart of Mary. She is one thoroughly fucked up person. And I'd like to state, for 13 years, I've been threatened with circumcision, including by black Nazis, white morons, and, well, here's some trouble at the bus stop. And he's playing Getting Her Obligated. And there's a hooker with a tooth missing. She's a problem. We're playing Pants Down. We believe in ESP. So, you can imagine, after being threatened, I would feel, oh, and that whore playing, you're going to be marked. She made, that whore playing, that whore is playing, you're going to be marked. And she just made a face sign. And so do you think I'm going to let a hooker or some other smelly bitch or bastard decide that I'm going to be marked or circumcised? No, I'm not. I signed back. And you can get marked back. Excuse me. Well, I had to pay, so I had to get up. EMR ambulance nearby. Thank you. So, I'm headed for 85th. I'll get off at right here. He's playing Hit Her on the Head in the purple.
Next stop, North 90th Street.
It's a dangerous day. There aren't many people out. You can even curse the U.S. zombies to look like every ugly zombie creature movie you've ever seen. Monster things. You don't want them to have powerful striking mechanisms like jaws, things that can clasp you, things that can pierce or suck you. But if they're going to play vampire, their ancestors can be leech. It's just chest ripping if you believe in spirit. Black Nazis involved. It's a bus driver. It's bad. He's playing writing her a ticket. He's muttering to himself. Just had it. They're playing shooting at them. Someone's here talking. They're playing shooting at her. So there's someone talking about shooting. I'm on the E line, 6213. So you've got shootits on the E line talking openly about it. And the bad guys of the Seattle Police Department were pretending that this is all imaginary. Till you're dragged off to die mysteriously. And they'll even have it make it look like they'll have it make, or excuse me, I can't even talk, I'm turning it off. Have it look like you made it happen yourself. Oh, there's my bus. They'll even make it look like you did it, like, oh, you signed your rights away. could have run because they probably won't let me in on it anyway. It's too far from the stop. Okay, gotcha. Who are behind me is playing ball. See, they don't have their own chakras, aura, soul, or spirit. They will pretend they do. Doubt it. Thank you. I didn't run because I didn't think you'd let me in. So I'm on 803. And I head for the Seattle Public Library. Where's my pencil?
Next stop.
I don't know if it's not. Green Lake is open, which can be dangerous. They had people there, lots. Now, excuse me, it got pretty dangerous. Sort of a day camp. And I was sitting there for peace and quiet, and just in the sun, they actually, if you looked at them, it would have a bush. You couldn't see them. And there was this one guy, it looked like a badly dubbed Asian movie from the 70s or 60s, and he was like, made that. I've made it for you. And then he was with his girlfriend or companion, and she was maybe younger than he, but she was smiling, and she was doped, like she was on heroin. And she was smiling in a silly way, like what? I don't have any arrangement with you crazed morons, or something like that. You might have been linking with the Yakuza. The game is will try to navigate them, but they still will work with other gangs. I hate to say it, work. When you're talking members, just like why they're in low-income apartments is because they can't plan ahead. It's not you are, but some of it's from drugs. The services that should have been in an institution. I have to think, because I'm coming the opposite way. I think it wasn't. So let's see. I think the other way. Think. Hold on. Coming out. I'll have to look at what part of Green Lake I'm in. Kiddie Pool is away from the Green Lake Library. I think the Green Lake Library is down further. Sir? Yeah. You drive by every day, pretty much, I'm sure. But is the Green Lake Library, it's to the left, correct?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, thank you. I had a fun evening the other night. I had accidentally gotten on a 62, and because I took it at an odd area, and I wasn't expecting a 62 to be there for some reason, and I thought it was a 45, and I'm like, oops. I was up in this, sort of in this general, like up further. So I just had to make my way through the, around the lake, and there were no bus stops for quite some time. So it was very interesting, that area near Spuds. It was like 8:30 at night. Playing shooting. He's a human zombie. Crazy. You hold a mirror in front of their face. Imaginary. All of the U.S. And you can also do a fun thing. You can make everything in the U.S. into a reflective surface. Mirror, trees, dog comes running up to you, it's a mirror. Pop. All those curses they put on me and the other countries. Oops. I I don't know if the Green Lake Library is open, but we'll find out. They're playing Ashamed of You. Don't know him. He's a weirdo. He's playing Mask or Mosque. He's playing Mask, and he's very unattractive. Nobody would be interested in his opinion either. Looks like a moron. Just a zombie.
Next stop.
And so the gang member, and they're playing Shoot at You. So he could be linking or he is a shootist. He's linking. But they're all retarded, and what they'll do is sprinkle you with glass wherever you go and then taunt you that you're ugly. Maybe bleach your hands so you look like a freak. I think this is around this area is the Green Lake Library. Coming up. There we go. There we go. Green Lake Library. It might not be open, but it's okay.
Next stop. Avenue Northeast. Green Lake Community Center. Green Lake Branch Library.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, boy. Thank you. So, among zombies, there still is active. Oh, well, you have to cross the street. They're still polite in public. They might be muttering about shooting you. I don't know if it's open. I think he's playing it. These bums are playing Addiction. Looks like one of them has addictions to something with his belly there, his doughy arms. Mr. Doughy Arms. Doughy. So remember, you can switch the bottom halves of the U.S., if you want to curse them, all the U.S. zombies, put the men, you can put their heads right on women, and vice versa. Males on female. I didn't say just men. Come on. There it is. What else? You can decimate Y and X chromosome within, and believe me, they've played with cells. You can decimate Y and X within the zombies. It's bad. Bad now. You can do a lot of things. But picture making the men feminine, playing home. Oh, he's playing holding me. That thing holding me. I think the library is closed. Might be open at a certain time. Looks like they're in line. Something. Oh, it's closed. Excuse me, is this opening soon? Oh, libraries Friday closed. So apparently they could be waiting for it to open. So if it opens at 1, I would suppose. I don't see any Monday through Tuesday, Sunday. Oh yes, Sunday. See, some of them closed down. It's playing frills. That bum up there is playing frills. A lot of these bums will pretend, like even if you're chased around by gangs, that you are absolutely. And these are zombie kids. And she's playing Madam to her kid, by the way. The kids are absolute zombies. They think she's playing Beast. Put her head on her kid's head. Doesn't make any difference. They're all coffin birth kids anyway. Put the lost dog at the park in the mother. The thing is, the zombies have made curses, so it's like, haha, it'll be the same. See, there's something about the zombie particle where it keeps trying to survive. Oh, and by the way, interesting park. From across the way, it's looking rather idyllic, isn't it? Very sort of almost. I was going to say something, but it just looks idyllic, almost. Just brief views of it, like the park benches and the beautiful trees. Across the way, it looks idyllic again with the dogs. It's good. Oh, they're playing Got Brains. I said, whoops. Anyone to know? It's very secret. There's zombies, you see. This one's playing no spray, blah, 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 otherwise no spray. So he's making a decree even though he's nothing. He doesn't have any authority over anybody. And he's playing blah, 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 otherwise no spray. It's just an ugly guy with an ugly woman. Do you see any authority? I don't. But this is your average zombie. It could be 2 years old going, otherwise, that's what happened to you. There's some creepy creatures. Probably here to look at little girls or something. The little girl wants to help. This one's playing roommate.